Did you hear it?
No.
Well, I think it's recording. So, YouTube, episode 212 of The Heart of a Family. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. Uh,
Now I heard it. It just did it.
maybe because my laptop was about to die. That
Yep, it just did it.
was- But yeah.
Sit down there. Go. Sit down there. Sit.
What y'all think? Let's see.
On what? From yesterday?
Uh-huh. Trying to find a video because they said they was gonna have a starter by next week.
Shedeur Sanders
Uh-huh.
is Flacco. Whatever his name is. They didn't already said it.
Oh,
I
really?
think he should have won the start. He the veteran.
I mean, yeah, but who you gonna
I'm
get
pretty
rid
sure
of
it's in
now?
there.
You not gonna take four
I,
QB.
I know, but I'm saying I don't know why it's such a big deal that Flacco, whatever his name is starting
Flacco.
when he's a veteran. Flacco, I said Flacco. And I'm sure it was in his contract that he was going to be a starting quarterback. So yeah, I think they announced that today that he earned the spot, and they like earned, he was a veteran, he should be starting.
So they got Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dillon Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, and they got Deshaun Watson on the pup list. So first of all,
So it's Joe Flacco.
what
Go
what what
ahead.
what is Kenny Pickett doing on the team still? Like you
I don't
got to
know.
pick.
I
In
mean,
my
I think I
opinion,
heard of
Kenny
that.
Pickett or Dillon Gabriel got to go. Or you, I mean, are they gonna trade Shador?
Mhm. Yeah, because it says Joe Flacco has been named the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns for the 2025 NFL season. The announcement came after a quarterback competition that ultimately favored the veteran. This will be Flacco's 18th NFL season and his second stint with the Browns.
Let's see. Let me
So
find
I
it.
don't even think it wasn't no competition between him. It was Pickett, Shedeur, and Gabriel.
We're gonna have to break this down, y'all.
Oh.
They open against the Bengals on September 7th.
Let this load real quick.
Not a surprise as he's got
Keep buffering. Or is it
Now
loading?
I'm letting it load, but yeah, y'all. What y'all think? Is this the right move? I mean, we knew nine times out of ten, Flacco was going to start as long as you bring a veteran in. Um, but it just don't make sense to me. What's going to shake up the like? First of all, y'all named the starter already.
Mm-hmm.
Like the battle already done. So y'all knew before going into
It
preseason
wasn't
who
that
was
tells
going,
you
huh?
it wasn't no battle. I don't think it was a battle for a starter. They knew Flacco was going to start. He's a veteran. He was coming in, and I'm pretty sure that was in his contract that he would be a starting quarterback. The battle was between the three, Shedeur, Gabriel, and whoever the other person is, Pickett.
So they
They wasn't
still
fixing
have,
to start none of them boys over Flacco.
but listen though, listen. You've been in the league 17 years. Okay.
Hmm.
Your engine light is on. He need to be mentoring from the back seat. Okay.
He's not. I'm telling you, it's
He,
in his contract. I guarantee you.
I can't see him get another concussion, but that was
I
years ago.
guarantee you, it's in his contract. Now, if he happen to unfortunately get hurt or something like that, that's a different story. But I bet you it's in his contract. He
Okay,
ain't
how
fixing
is
to
it a
sit on the
different story?
sidelines
We're,
and no
we're
40
right
years
back at
old.
square zero, square one.
Yeah, it is. But that's why I said the competition is between them three for the backup
I
quarterback.
thought, man, this whole time I'm thinking it's gonna be for a starter position. Y'all fighting for runner up.
I don't. Yeah, I think
I ain't
so.
heard
Yeah,
nothing about Joe Flacco in no practice doing nothing.
exactly. Well, I
So
heard
you
he got hurt
so
supposedly.
this is a prime example of what I said the other day. He needs to get out of the Browns organization. You've had numerous number one quarterbacks or top rated quarterbacks that ain't done nothing. And then you bring in an old motherfucker who ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah, he won y'all some games. Cool. Granted. Wait. Where was he last season? Where he won all them games?
Mhm.
Let me look up Joe Flacco career.
Look, I ain't up on football like that. Now, I know a little bit of football.
I ain't saying he ain't gonna come in and win games. He gonna do that. He gonna do just enough to keep y'all off his back.
Yeah. Well, all I got to say is shout
Bring him
out
to
to the 40-year-olds that's still out there,
who you play for?
playing. So, Flacco, did you find it? Why is my phone twisted? Back to the meeting.
So last year, he had 1,700 passing yards,
Over there.
ranked 34th.
So, Flacco.
Yeah, tied for 12th in touchdown. I'm sorry, 12 touchdowns, tied for 28. Seven interceptions, blah, 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 blah. All right. He is on the downside of his career. Okay. They don't want to win. Why are you bringing him here when you got three, four hungry dudes under him? If he not in the backseat grooming, what was he doing? You got Deshaun Watson getting massaged in Calabasas and not caring. So y'all didn't exile him, and your resort is Kenny
Mm-hmm.
Pickett and Joe Flacco. I'd rather y'all invest in two young adults than a 40-year-old who on his last leg. He ain't Tom Brady.
That ain't the point. They thinking they can bring a veteran in there and he'll carry their team.
They might as well sign Jameis Winston then.
Yeah.
By that term he a great team player, a great motivational speaker, God fearing, and he a veteran.
They ain't gonna do that.
What
Wrong
about him?
skin color.
Here she go, y'all. You can't have a Brown at Browns, huh? Let's get into Joe Flacco.
Significant first-team reps. Flacco entering his 18th NFL season. And, of course, he came off the couch to lead the Browns to the playoffs in 2023. Went 4-1 down the stretch in weeks 13 through 17. He actually led the NFL.
So they got to bring up stats from 2 years ago. This is what I was talking about.
Did he? They bought him off the couch. He
Yeah, they brought him
retired and
off.
came back.
I guess so. But I thought he played for the Browns before. But yeah, because he did something like towards the last one of the season when Deshaun Watson got in that little rug and tug. But I mean, he gonna do what he gotta do, but is he gonna get y'all to where y'all want to be? No. Is Shedeur or Dillon able to do that? This year, no. Next year, probably not. But I like your odds with a younger quarterback. But wow.
That ain't what they looking at.
Passing touchdowns
And they're bringing up stats from 1 year containing 4 weeks. But I just showed y'all the downslide.
That was 2023.
I know.
passing yards. There have been 40 different starting quarterbacks for the Browns since they returned to the NFL.
Well, you know they're going to hype him up.
He's one of just 3 that has a winning record, which is absolutely insane. Adam, what more can you tell us?
Didn't even play a preseason snap to win the job, has looked good in camp, and everybody thought all along that Joe Flacco was going to be the opening day starter against the Cincinnati Bengals. It's exactly what everybody thought. They weren't going to start Shedeur Sanders or Dillon Gabriel, no matter how strong they looked out of the gate.
So wait, but why did y'all compare him to Cam Ward? And there was this big ass debate about who's going to be the first quarterback drafted. You mean to tell me all that hype from college is just gone now?
Mm-hmm.
All that what he did in the preseason is gone?
Yeah.
A man that y'all just said didn't do nothing, but in 2023 he won a couple games, had 1,000 yards, and y'all named him as a starter. Now add it to the rotation. He gonna be the 7th quarterback not to do shit. The Browns gonna be exactly like they named Brown. Shit.
Didn't Mayfield play for the Baker Mayfield play for this team too before?
And they didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
They need to trade Shedeur. Shedeur, Prime, Shiloh, get your boy out of there.
And didn't Baker end up going to another team that made it to the playoffs or something?
Man, he went Browns, Rams, and then the Bucks. Yeah, he was at the Buccaneers when they went to the playoffs. But clearly, it's just that organization. So I don't know. They got a bad luck with quarterback.
Obviously, they have their own reason for doing things the way they're doing it. So, yeah, that's crazy.
Injury.
Well, we'll see how Flacco, whatever his name is,
So it had to be Joe Flacco. As much by default as anything else, he's a veteran. He knows the offense. He knows what to expect. It's a tough schedule. The real question isn't that Joe Flacco would be the star. Who's going to be number 2 on opening day? Who's going to be the backup to Joe Flacco? Who's going to be inactive?
Huh?
I told you. That was what the competition is for. It was never the starter.
Like, look at the stat line. He's 4-1. We get it. He won games. 13 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Whatever. We ain't looking at numbers, I guess.
How's that going to work? They don't have to answer that today. I'm sure they're not going to answer that today. But those are the more interesting questions as the season gets ready to kick off.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how we get those answers at this short juncture and if they're willing to carry 4 quarterbacks. But in the meantime, it's Flacco. What do you see from this offense?
Well, first off, they just didn't want to make a hard decision. Right? The figuring out who's going to be number 2 is going to be a difficult decision. It would have been a much harder decision to figure out which one of those young men would start. And when you look at what the Cleveland Browns are doing, this is why people spin the block in relationships, right? You remember, hey, man, I had a great relationship with this person. Then I moved to this person and it wasn't so good. This person's available on the market again. Let's spin the block and try it, right? And that's what they're doing. They caught fire late in the season 2 years ago with Joe Flacco. You're talking about Kevin Stefanski, a guy who's won the Coach of the Year 2 times. He thinks that he can go out and win games early this season with Joe Flacco. They could be coaching for their jobs. Joe Flacco is what you know. It's the stability that you trust. I think this team will be okay. But I still think this team finds itself in a position where they're going to have to figure out who their franchise quarterback is, whether it's this season or next offseason. And Joe Flacco gets you no closer to that and also no closer to winning a Super Bowl, which should ultimately be the goal of this team.
Yeah, so I would have gone with one of the
Back to ground zero. We ain't on ground floor.
Yep.
We under the parking garage. So you mean to tell me Browns
There's
fans?
another quarterback down there. They got Huntley, Pickett, Gabriel, Sanders, and Huntley.
They signed Huntley earlier, but listen, they doing all this for what? Now I'm really starting to get mad. They really starting to play with prime. Because you mean to tell me y'all willing to go through, Browns fans, hear me out. Y'all willing to go through a whole, if it doesn't work out like it's supposed to, y'all gonna look stupid. So y'all willing to go through this whole diabolical debate next year or the year after just to figure out who number 2 was?
Mm-hmm. What it look like.
Because to me, Kenny Pickett, what did he do at the Steelers? I wasn't too impressed. Huntley, I think they just signed him just to get some numbers on the roster for just in case somebody else got hurt. I think they're gonna let him go. But man, they let Shedeur go.
That's
I ain't gonna be
crazy.
mad, to be honest with you. He need to get up out of there. Cut him. Cut him. Guess what? You cut him.
Who's gonna pick him up if he get cut?
Money, money, money. Jersey sales. You already got $14 million from him.
Yeah.
Shoot, I'll keep going to different
But I
teams.
think
Y'all
he
keep
is-
playing with me.
Who you think gonna pick him up if he get cut?
It don't matter. Just don't go to the Bears. Don't go. Go to a good team. The Browns organization, they terrible. Dallas, you gonna be restricted. I just saw a video earlier where Jerry Jones, somebody asked him, what was your biggest purchase after the Cowboys? You know what he said?
What?
He said Dion.
What? That was his biggest purchase? What do he mean by that?
Exactly. So I don't want Shedeur to go there. Y'all let me know if that's a real video or not. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, we gotta watch this video. Hold on.
rookies.
Which one?
I don't know, because my answer is I've seen one body of work with Shedeur that was really good, and I've seen one body of work with Dillon Gabriel that was really good. I don't know what the practices have been like, but I do think if you're the Browns, you should walk away encouraged by both of them. And because, to RC's point, wanting to know a little bit more of the future because of the Travis Hunter trade and the 2 first-round picks, I would have taken the rookie. I think the overall perspective of the football team is Kevin Stefanski, who's the head coach and their play caller, once again, does he get back to his roots? No matter if it's Joe Flacco, Shedeur, Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, this was a team that traditionally, under Kevin Stefanski, has run the football incredibly well, the commitment to it, the yards per carry to it. Now, not only are they going to do that, who's the back? Because lost in all of this, they lost their guy. Like Nick Chubb is gone. And so does that become Quinshon Judkins? Is it Jerome Ford?
He still has to figure out some of the stuff off the field.
100%.
Too.
So part of the Joe Flacco run 2 years ago was they were still running the football really well. Part of Joe Flacco having some success now will be because they get back to running the football really well.
Yeah. Well, the performance from Shedeur, I thought, put him in the conversation to see who the backup would be, right? You got a depth chart that's listed, boom, boom, boom. But in camp, the real reps happen when you get that opportunity.
Like, I'll be disappointed if one of the rookies is not the backup.
That's my point. That's where I'm going.
Well, Gabriel had 2 turnovers.
Exactly.
Too. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, again, you assess that. You don't really assess that in a phone booth, because you also have different situations when those games were being played. But ultimately, what you want to do if you're the Cleveland Browns, you want to operate like whoever you name as your second guy is your starter.
Yes.
That's how you want to operate during the season, while it's going on. And when Flacco gives way, or when you feel like this young guy has established himself enough for us to go with him in the season, you pull the trigger right now. Because to RC and Dan's point, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know if your franchise guy is sitting in the locker room until you give him an opportunity to do so. And I think both of those kids did enough. And obviously, Kenny Pickett is still in this conversation as well.
Been injured.
Depending on how much they give credit to what he's done previous to these 2 guys playing. But Shedeur and Dillon Gabriel are in great situations as young quarterbacks.
They should, if I'm them, I burn the boat. And what I mean by that is, if Joe Flacco's my starter, I don't want another veteran in the room.
You want Gabriel?
I want Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders to be the next guy, and we win or lose that way.
I agree.
A few things to keep in mind. Let's keep in mind that they have double.
Figure it out sooner rather than later.
Ones in 2026 in a quarterback-rich draft.
Can they request to be released?
I mean, they can say they back hurt. They having back spasms. I can't play. Cough, cough.
The rookie who will not face legal charges. He still has not signed, and because the NFL is investigating his situation, he may not sign until that investigation is complete. So we don't know if and when they'll have Quinshon Judkins available, and they'll have to rely on the other rookie running back, Dillon Sampson. And the last thing I want to mention is, even though they named a starter today, we don't know the backup. I expect the Cleveland Browns to carry 4 quarterbacks.
So they will do that.
4 quarterbacks on their final 53-man roster.
Whew.
I expect they'll have 4 there. They're going to keep both rookies. They're going to keep Flacco. So we're really talking about Kenny Pickett.
What about Pickett?
And I expect he makes the roster because quarterbacks are currency.
What's the Wendy? When Adam says expect, somebody called him.
Or maybe the Cowboys trade for Kenny Pickett.
Or maybe somebody calls about one of the rookie quarterbacks.
Ooh, okay.
Freaking love Adam.
Yeah, more questions than answers. All right.
Yep, shout out Chef. He gonna let us know before anybody else.
Yeah, I wish. I just hate the way they doing Shedeur though. That's just, and it's obvious. It's blatantly in our faces. That's why I'm like, keep getting your money, even if your butt don't touch the field.
See here. All right, I found the video. Let me pull this back up. Shout out to Jerry Racist Jones.
Of who? What you say?
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
After you bought the Cowboys, what was your next biggest purchase after that?
Oh, well, I think Deion Sanders. Seriously. It was so big, I gave Deion more cash than I had when I bought the Cowboys. And that was just a couple of years later. Right before I gave him that money, Deion, I went back to my hometown and I walked around my neighborhood and I saw a tree that I'd knocked the bark off of when I was 9 and 10 in the old area that we used to play on the playground. Because then $1 was everything. And I thought, I'm fixing to give him almost $13 million.
Wow.
And I walked back to that old house, looked at it, looked around, those old houses that I knew better than my own name. That was then. This is now. I'm going for it.
I love it.
So I paid him his money, and in my mind, he contributed mightily to a Super Bowl.
Oh, he did. After you bought the
Well, what you think about that? So
Why would he?
look. Someone said someone needs to tell Jerry that he didn't buy Dion. He signed him to a
I'm like,
contract.
why?
Slavery is
Why
over.
is he acting like he bought him from a plantation?
I put on
You
my white hood and white sheet and walked around that old neighborhood. I saw a tree that we
and went
hugged.
to a tree.
He did. He did. He said, I went to an
See,
old tree and had some bark that I used to tear off. And
and it possibly had a rope. See, that's just wrong. Why would you say you bought a human being? He was not for sale, for one. He had a contract which was negotiated, and that's what you did. You signed him. You did not purchase him. You didn't have a football slave card, sir.
hey, I mean, they always do say this. This is modern day slavery. The combine, pro days, they pick them based on height, weight, and speed. Only difference is they get paid a few $1,000,000 and some get multi-millions, but all coming from an owner who has billions. Whew,
Mm, mm,
that
mm.
is true.
But it's sad because in some of the, I'm pretty sure in the rooms when they're trying um to build their team or sign and the draft coming up, they probably do use it like a tactic like that because they got all the probably the pictures laid out and all of that. So they're looking, unfortunately, at who they're buying. But
So
yeah, that's
yeah, I
wrong. He
mean,
could have
it is business.
he could have worded that a little better. You got you a millionaire, billionaire. You know you didn't buy a human being like he a piece of property. He signed a contract. Yeah, that's crazy. And that's why I think they doing Shedeur like that. They think they, can play him and own him and break him, and it's just sad. And I'm like, if you don't want him, just cut him. But I think in his greed too, on the flip side, they don't really want to cut him because they see all the noise he's bringing, the jersey sales, and I'm sure they thinking about ticket sales because people are gonna go out to see Shedeur. People that probably live in that area that don't probably really go to NFL games, they will probably try to go to a game to see him.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yep, crazy, 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 crazy. Woo. They just line them up and pick them. Crazy. Yep, so he the starting quarterback. Let's see. Is that the only video?
Well,
I said, is that the only video? Let me see. Um, who so do they got some more preseason games? I mean, Cleveland, or is it getting ready to? Because I'm like, since they
I think
named him as the star.
if they're 2-0, there's 2 more weeks.
Because I'm like, now are they gonna start Flacco in the preseason games so we can see what he look like?
Yeah, he'll probably play this week and then last week.
Well, he better do some good. Yeah, he better do some good. Yep, that's all on
Really,
social media. He the starter.
I haven't really seen no updates about that North Carolina team.
Where he got in the car with the cousins.
Uh-huh. But I'm gonna just click on this video, y'all. I don't know what's going on, but we're just gonna have some substance to consume real quick.
Keep screen recording that. That's all evidence. So, bitch, you basically saying you know something. They know something. They're just not saying it. So you know he got kicked out of the car. Man, in his life.
Talking about you got to go. It's 3 niggas against 1 person. Bitch, if I want to pull out a knife, that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. It's 3 people.
So hold on now.
Who is she?
I don't know. I just clicked on the video. It says breaking cousins last seen with Giovanni Pelletier go live. So I'm guessing these are the cousins, or she's one of the cousins, or that was one of the cousins that was last with him. Let's see. Now I'm thinking, okay, maybe they really try to do something to him, and that's why he got out of the car. That's why he was acting irate. Because it was 3-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all trying to jump me or do whatever? Nah, I ain't going.
And that's like I said before, when he started texting his mama and other family members, I think he had already sent something, or it was uneasy, or either it was already, maybe it started a little bit and tension was already there, and he probably just started texting, and then when it got out of hand, that's when he somehow got out of the car. He didn't just get out of the car and nothing happened and was like, let me get out. No, something happened in that car.
Yeah. And I hope it comes to light. But
But
hey,
you said
huh?
is this one of the cousins on here that they showing?
I don't know. I'm assuming it's somebody that had known the cousins, or if this is one of the cousins. Hey, she about to talk her shit and some shit she can't get out of. Watch.
Mhm.
She gonna self snitch somehow, some way.
I couldn't hear that.
So then what?
What you finna do? She's literally pretty much
Hush.
Basically.
So you basically saying that the niggas killed my cousin because he pulled a knife out. Basically, that's what you're saying.
So I'm assuming
What?
she was there. I'm assuming she was there. So dang, what really happened in that vehicle? Because it just don't make sense though. Because
So now
y'all,
I'm like,
well, they already screwed. They already screwed because y'all said he got out of the car, acted erratic. And if this is true, and you going back and saying this on live, y'all let him get out the car, and then y'all did what to him? Y'all could have kept driving if he got out the car. So y'all went back, or y'all
no,
already
I think
did
they did
something.
something. No, I think they did something to him. He probably got out of the car. It carried on out of the car. And I think, unfortunately, they did something to him and left him where he was. Because she just said, he ain't, if somebody pull a knife on me, then would, or whatever. He pulled a knife on us and all of that. So it's like she's saying in a roundabout way, because him possibly pulling a knife, they did what they did. That's what she's saying. So that police station officer, detectives, or whatever, they need to be calling her in and questioning her
They going to. That's crazy.
and questioning her.
That's
Because you in
crazy.
a roundabout. And then my thing is, they saying all of a sudden he was just missing, and he got out of the car. But no, you clearly left out this supposedly altercation, and by the way he acted was a result of how you or whoever acted, and y'all was like in the right for doing it because he had a knife. Yeah, so something happened.
Mhm.
They just need to go on and swoop her up first and arrest her and make
Mhm.
her talk. She know more than what she's saying.
Mhm. But yeah, y'all, we're gonna have to finish this tomorrow.
Finish playing that tomorrow, yeah.
Hmm. Let us know what y'all think about the Brown
And then I'm like
situation
to
and Flacco.
Giovanni's family. Yep,
Uh-huh.
the Flacco.
Let us know what y'all think about them, Jerry Jones and Dion, and then Giovanni and the nonsense that happened with whatever went down shouldn't have happened. Prayers and condolences to his family, and hope they bring justice, man. This ain't right, but we're gonna have to break it down more in
Nope.
detail tomorrow. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. One family.
Endless connection.
All right, we'll see y'all.